guys, hello, hello. We are going to get started in just a minute. If you're watching on YouTube and you're wondering what that little black box was, that was just me connecting my headset. I'm not sure if it showed up on the screen or not, but we're going to get started in just a couple minutes, guys. I'm getting prepared. How's everybody doing? It's almost Christmas, huh? It's almost the weekend. It's almost the weekend, folks. I hope you guys are ready. As you guys know, even if I didn't really do the weekends off thing, we would be taking a break for Christmas. So tomorrow will be the last stream of the week, and then we will have some holiday time. I'm hoping everybody else has some holiday time and they spend time with their family or whatever they enjoy doing. I just hope they have fun doing it. If you're the kind of guy that likes getting gifts or giving gifts, I hope, like I said, you hope you just have a good time, guys. We'll talk about that tomorrow, but some pre-holiday preparations going on. Real quick, guys, also, if you're watching live, you're watching on YouTube, you don't know who I am, you wandered in. My name is Frank Gallows, and I stream every day, guys. Or as often as possible, folks. Usually on the weekdays, I take the weekends off. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, that's when you can catch me. We're playing Bloodborne tonight. We're going to continue our Rifle Spear playthrough. I don't think I really need to do much. We'll take a look at the build, though. We will eventually try to get into PvP. That's going to take a lot of effort, as you guys know. If you know anything about the game, you're going to need to farm some gems. Give me 1 second, guys, and we can talk about the stat spread so far. Excuse me. So the plan right now is to get Vite to 40, and then the actual stat spread is going to be, we're going to stop at 120. Vite is going to be 50, skill is going to be 50. I think endurance is going to go up a little bit. We're going to get enough arcane to do Beast Roar, which is arcane 15, right? So the stats that are set in stone right now are Vite 50, skill 50, arcane 15. And then we're going to see if we can kind of split the difference between strength and Blitzhinge. I'm thinking that might be pretty decent. We'll see how it goes, though. We have quite a way to go. And I do believe we're in the Nightmare... No, we're in the Lecture Building, 2nd floor. But I don't think we can do anything else, like, level-wise, right? And I will take care of all this stuff later on, right? We don't got to worry about that too much right now, inventory-wise. I ended up getting rid of some of the gems. We're keeping those just in case. You never know what, you never know what we can get. But we're getting close to being able to farm some winter lanterns. We're not too far off, honestly. So hopefully we can farm some of those and get some good physical gems. I do believe they drop some semi-decent ones for the story, at least, as far as that's concerned. And then eventually we will go down into the Childish Dungeons, right? So we will do some more story mode. If you missed it yesterday, we did manage to beat Ludwig. I got really lucky and I was able to charge poke him to death. So we'll probably go into the DLC a little bit later. Like I said, in the DLC, aside from just doing the story, there's not many items that I think I need in there. For this build in particular. So we won't worry about that too much. And with that said, let's get started, folks. Yeah, lecture building. Unfortunately, you can't really buff this weapon up, so we kind of just gotta do what we have to do. I guess our best bet is to do a Beast Blood pellet. I don't think we'll be needing it too much right now. And, we can, do a big path, right? But since I see that closed door, I just want to get that open very quickly. Oh, no. That's a good one. Okay. Okay, we have a lantern now. If you listen carefully, you could kind of hear them breathing a little bit. Or, you could just hear, slooshy sounds. This is a trap, right? I do think if you actually try to go back under... Oh, wow. There we go. And we are using the Rifle Spear, guys. Like I said, this is a Rifle Spear playthrough. Um, it's a fun weapon, but it is a very frustrating weapon, especially since we're not pairing it up with anything, which is like the major issue, right? Usually you want like a weapon on your other hand, well, on your like, what would we call it? Right, like in your second weapon slot, that will cover the weaknesses of your first weapon, right? So, being as we're doing like mostly a pure rifle spear playthrough, I don't think we use anything up until we got it. Right, we use like the axe or whatever, and then we got the spear, and then we switched over. Being as we have nothing to cover this weapon's weaknesses, which is like crowd control. Uh, Even though this weapon has reach, right? There's like it's basically just straightforward. Okay, let's stop because this is gonna be a pain in the ass. But generally, since we pigeonhole ourselves into this build, you know, like the weapon's weaknesses are like very clear and visible. There's not much we can know about it. I don't know if we missed a door here, so I just wanted to mention. Doesn't look like we did. Did we? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can see the second, I mean, you can see the first floor. I'm just taking a look around, guys. That's all we're doing. Fortunately, this weapon does have a really good heavy attack, right? One-handed and two-handed. So, you know, streams are the range. The heavy attack is really good. It has a good pierce. If you two-hand it. This is extremely powerful, fully charged. But then that's all it has going for it for the most part, aside from, you know, the built-in blunderbuss. Which, if you get go with it, is surprisingly effective, but, you know, you have to be focused around that. You have to want to parry the enemies and hit them with the blunderbuss. And if there are enemies you can't parry, such as these guys, these students, you know, then it's kind of useless. Now here we have some clues. I think we could take a look at it. Even though I don't know if we're getting this ending in particular, but there's 3/3 chords here. There should be a row here. The name of this moon presence, beckoned by Lawrence and his associates, for all blood. I do think we missed another clue all the way at the beginning, right? But we won't go back and find it, because it's not really about the story here, it's more about the gameplay. In this particular playthrough. And we will go back around, but we have to deal with this fine gentleman first. And it... Oh! He saw me. He saw me. And we're gonna do what we do best, which is penetrate. Right, that's what we're gonna do. Penetrate. Again. So you can see it does have its strengths, right? You do have to do a lot of leading, like you should probably know the enemies you're facing. And know most of their pattern, which, you know, kinda sucks. Right, like if we heavy attack this guy, usually it's almost always death. As you can see. But that's just knowing that these enemies are distracted. We have enough time to do this attack. We are getting some glowstone chunks, boys. I do think we're at a +9, so all we need is the blood rock, which we're coming close to. It's pretty cool. You know, this is definitely not one of like the meta weapons, I wouldn't say. So it's fun. It's fun having a weapon that not too many people use. I know it has its fans. Like I am a fan of the rifle spear, even though clearly it has been frustrating some of the time. But I still think it's a fun weapon, challenging to use. Ah, communion. Okay. Cool. Did I miss that student costume down there? Did I miss that? That's funny. Student uniform, excuse me, guys. I missed the student. The bonus side is, guys, like, say you do get to that first part of, you know, the bottom floor. If you've done the playthrough before, you know you make it there first, and you can't access this, right? The nice thing is, we can open up a shortcut and access both floors, which I think we'll do now. Right, there's a simple shortcut here. Here's Mr. Patches.
This cannot be. You cannot be. How did this come to pass?
Here's a pendant here. I'm not sure what kind of pendant it is, but he has one on.
Now, wait just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me? Indeed, I should think not. I shared with you a thing most secret. Now, you're witness to a miracle, and all the stronger for it. You should appreciate it, if you've a grain of gratitude in you. Yes. Appreciate it.
Okay.
No matter. Such details are trifling. We're fast friends by now. Let this express what words cannot.
Yeah. Anti-clockwise metamorphosis.
Oh, doubt me not, sweet compeer. What is friendship but a chance encounter?
And we'll take a look at that because we will be using it at some point. Right there you go. Boost max stamina plus 15%. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Ah, well met.
Yep.
My apologies, but I feel a profound thought occurring on the good grace of a certain god and the way he meted out his love.
Okay. Well, here's the shortcut. So here's the first floor, guys. You know, if you get the little charm he gives you in the Forbidden Woods and you go back to the Grand Cathedral, like he asks you to, you can get to this floor early. And, you know, there's some stuff around here to get for sure. I guess we just happen to miss the student uniform, so we'll go ahead and grab that real quick. Just be careful here. There are still some students. There's the OG student uniform, okay. And I just want to make sure that we have everything we need. Actually, I could just check if we have the auger right here. Okay. We don't need it. Keep in mind you don't... Ooh, we never went to the Nightmare Frontier. Interesting. Interesting. That would explain why. Wait, I don't have this then. I'm confused. Am I thinking about something different? I must be thinking about something different. Am I not? I feel like I am, but that's fine. We can journey over there in a second. That place is right for the invasions, though, so I do expect to die. We just have to be prepared. Maybe we should spend our blood echoes. I don't know if we can afford a level, though. That is the issue, guys. So what I think I'll do, for starters, is we'll just progress this part of the story, right? We'll hit this little lantern here, and then we can backtrack a little bit. I said that is a dangerous place, though, so we are actually gonna have to be pretty ready for it. Which we're not. All right. This place is mostly taken care of, so there's nothing left here. There's not too much here, honestly. Oops. Like I said, there's not too much here. And hopefully we don't, I think we'll be fine. Actually, I think we'll be fine. Here we are. Maybe we should keep progressing, right? That way we can try to get the Bloodstone Chunk by today. That actually might be a better idea. And get a weapon of plus 10. Hopefully we can make it there. I'm not sure how many issues we'll have. Here we go, guys. Nightmare of Mensis. Horrible face walls here. I got a bad feeling about this place. Because we're gonna have to deal with these silver beasts. And I think if you don't kill them with fire, they have their parasites that pop out of them. Which, is not fun. Not at all, folks, but we're gonna try it. Maybe if I kill them with a Viscera. Okay. Very good. Your first clue that something is not good, right? So we do have to be careful, guys. As you know, Frenzy is a hell of a drug. Luckily we have our Lantern. So new plan, guys. I do think we'll just try to push forward. No, I think we should go back to the Hunter's Dream though, and I can kind of fix my runes a little bit. We did switch our runes around just to try to beat Ludwig. It was a little bit of a tougher fight, so I needed some extra HP. But we will focus on like the actual build that I want to complete runes, right? So we'll work on that for a little bit. And hold on, I have to plug my phone in. There we go. We're trying to charge everything, guys. We're trying to charge it up. Keep it topped off. So, excuse me one second, folks. Okay. And,
Welcome. What is it? Very well.
trying to our blood out, guys. Ooh, we're not quite there yet.
Farewell.
Let's see if we have any cold blood on us. We do, but I don't think this is enough. But we'll try it. Okay.
Welcome.
Okay. I actually do think it was enough. Bam. 40. Nice. Okay, so the goal is to get skill to 50. The invite to 50, just for the sake of our sanity. That way we don't get worked the whole time.
Farewell.
And then this is the goal, right? So we want specific runes on. We want the nice HP up, and then we want well, Odin Rive here. You know, this is like the bare bones part of it, right? We want that little blood rapture there. We're gonna have to work on getting the bigger versions of these, right? Like the level 3s, I think they're called. And I think we should probably check on should we check on Eileen before we get going there? Let's check the Grand Cathedral. Okay, so what we'll do first is we will do the Grand Cathedral part, and we'll wrap up Eileen's quest, and that will get us another Oath rune. We might have some troubles here. Yeah, we might have some troubles here, guys, but it is what it is. Let's try to get the bloody Hurricane Hearse out the way. So if you guys don't know what's happening right now is we try to go to Crown Cathedral, right? Not functioning. That should give you some clues that something is up. Sometimes a lot of people they won't even go back there. They might just miss the quest completely. But that means something is up, right? So you should, if you once you notice this is going on, make your way over there and check everything out. And this is like the last part to Eileen the Crow's quest. You might want to get it done the first time around. You get a good oath rune, a pretty good one. A lot of people in PvP do use it. There's a couple I think people end up using. One is the Impurity rune, which we have on now. We'll take a look at that one. And then one is the Hunter rune. Unfortunately, we are on PlayStation 4, right? So the loading is going to be a little bit... not much we can do about that, folks. Excuse me a second. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. So, let's continue on with our quest. We did send everybody to the hospital, if you're wondering why nobody's there, and you're watching this kind of late. So like I said, this should be your indication to come to the cathedral. I don't know why we're taking the back way through there. This is kind of my default map in my brain. Now, I don't really advise always trying to kill these guys, but we do really need some extra blood vials. So I'm kind of hoping they would drop a couple. Okay, there we go. But we're gonna need we need to be capped. Excuse me, guys. We're gonna need to be capped. We're gonna try to get as many blood vials as we can. We'll have to wait. They are patrolling still, so there's a couple there. Uh-oh. Crap. Crap! It's fine. Will you need some blood vials, sir? Nope. But we just wasted our blood vial, unfortunately. This one usually just drops Quicksilver bullets, so we're not going to worry about him. Thankfully, the giant... Oh. The giant is awake. I mean, he's there still. But it's fine. He usually doesn't venture too close.
Is that you again? I'm afraid I've made a bit of a blunder. I'm just going to have a short rest. Oh, don't worry. I've taken blood. Enough to save an old woman. No more dreams for me. This is my last chance. What a fool I am. I'll have to tread carefully. But that thing still lies in wait. Turn back. This is my score to settle.
So you do get an email for doing this quest, right, as well. You can miss it on some emails. Not many, but maybe about 3 or 4. Depending on whose quest you do. So she still has to turn back because this thing is in here. She obviously got super wrecked by something. We're going to do our best to take care of him. If you guys don't know who this is, we'll try to take a look at him from over here. So basically it's a person wearing just Eileen's outfit, but they have the Canehurst helmet on, and I think Canehurst armor for feet. I do believe this enemy is known as the Bloody Crow of Canehurst. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Um, Now, what is that? What does that like imply, like lore-wise? I'm not sure if he came here to take care of her, right? Because if you guys, very briefly know anything about her, she's the hunter of hunters, and what she does is, if hunters become blood drunk, right, she comes here and she takes them out. That way, she can give them like a proper burial, and then maybe they can have like a proper death. Uh, Now, you would think that maybe that he's the blood drunk one, right? But him having her exact costume on for the most part, she might have been the one becoming blood drunk, even though she still sounds pretty normal. Could be because she just got beat up, right? Because they're implying that they kind of have the same duties, even though like I'm pretty sure he's the one that's blood drunk because he is running like a blood weapon. He's doing like all kinds of nonsense in here. But that's just something to think about. And as you can see, she does still take blood when she needs it. So there's nothing saying that there's no reason she can't go blood drunk. I do think if you follow a different quest line, she does actually go blood drunk as well. So maybe he did come here for her, and he just like snapped her out of it by massive beatdown. Just speculation though, right? I'm probably wrong. With that said, let's just get started. Let's see if we can pop him with a poison knife. Didn't do much. Gunfight. Wow. That was crazy. He actually got me. We were pretty close there, actually, huh? I think I got too relaxed because it seemed like we were going to kill him. Oh, that was my fault. First death of the day. We've died quite a few times already in this playthrough. He is a fairly challenging enemy. He's fun to fight. I would say he's a little bit tougher than like some of the other hunters you come across in this like base game. And it depends on the style, right? Because like Henrik is a big pain in the ass, just because he has so much. Like he's like a bullet sponge, right? He's like a damage sponge. I think we'll just run straight there this time around. We shouldn't have too many issues with him. I just kind of got I got cocky, pretty much. You could have nuked him at any time. It's my fault. My bad. But with that said, let's take care of him. Can we poison him? Can you get poisoned, sir? Oh. Let's try to be serious this time. Now he should try to heal at this point. No? No heals? No heals? No heals? No heals? No heals? No heals? Okay. Cool. Blood Rapture. That is something we're looking for.
Don't you ever listen to your elders? No matter. You did save my life.
Yes, I did.
I don't seem to be apt for this life anymore. My glory days were long ago now. I know. Here. For you.
I don't think we ever get to see her face, right? Even with like the like all the modding community, the ability like to like look at people's faces underneath masks. I think that is technically her whole face. Like they didn't really model anything underneath there, unless it's just like a generic bald, like lady, like old lady face. I'm not sure.
This too is hunter's work, but it bears no honor. A burden you may choose to carry. The decision is yours alone. Ugh. My eyes grow heavy. Let me rest a while.
So, there she is.
I'll be fine. Just wait.
Okay. So, this is like the very last part of her quest. Once you leave and come back, she's just gonna be gone. There's gonna be a bloodstains on the ground. You could take that any way you want. She probably just got up and left, right? I think if she was dead, they would show you her like corpse on the ground. She did say she took blood, enough blood to survive. So I guess she decided to retire. She passed on the mantle to us. We could take a look at the hunter rune. We are at the Nightmare of Mensis, right? So all we have left to do is basically, for the base story, is we do Nightmare of Mensis, and then we go up to, once we complete that whole area, for the base story, right? I do believe that ends with Murgo's Loft, which is basically 2 more bosses, and then you have the option to fight the last boss. I do think that's how it goes. And then we have some DLC story. And aside from that, we can do chalice dungeons and things like that. But we're not too far off from the ending now. We're not too far. We're like at almost end game. Like pretty much mostly. This is like late half of the mid game. I want to say like we're on the cusp of end game. Now here's the hunter rune, guys. We've read this before, but people usually run this one because it does stamina recovery speed up. Very close to the end. Very close. As far as the base game is concerned, usually, like, as far as the DLC is concerned, you can have like a pretty strong mid-game character, and as long as you know what you're doing, there are things you can do in that DLC that will affect things that happen here. So if you get the DLC early, like done early, you can talk to a couple characters and you'll get some extra dialogue. Right, if you go all the way to the end game, you won't hear that. And it's just a couple lines. It's not anything too crazy. I do think they expect most people to have like been at least done with the game and been maybe a new game plus still before they tackle the DLC. But it's perfectly finishable with like a close to end game character or like a late mid game character, as long as you know what you're doing. Like I said, have like proper upgrades. I do think we're gonna pop that rune out. This game is very short, though. I think most Souls games are pretty short. If you played them before, like if you've done a playthrough or two before, like you realize that. I think like us, like exploring and things like that is what makes the games much longer. When you know where everything is at, usually you just run by all the enemies. and you'll get to the bosses, right, and then you'll just like beat the game. Usually. So we did get the better version of the better version of Blood Rapture, guys. There you go. So visceral attacks restore 300 HP, and I'm not quite sure if this is like the maximum rune. It looked like it might be because it has like that gold. It is missing like some of the red. Yeah, they can be pretty sure if you're just doing like a quick run through, right? Like most of them are. Most of them are. That's why like some people when they're like, oh, you get like this sword early, you know, like there's like get this weapon early and then you could do like your playthrough. Basically, if you're running to the end of the game to get a end game sword, you're kind of just at the end of the game, and you're not really getting it early. You're getting it at the end of the game, so you're just going backwards from there. But I know, you can only do so much, right? If you want to start with the starting weapons, that's up to you. But we have the better version now, so we're pretty good with what I want this build to be. I want to have the better clockwise metamorphosis. There's basically, these are the runes we want to run. We want to run the max HP up rune, the max visceral up, the max attacks restore HP rune, and the max visceral attacks restore quick bullets, which I think is +3. And then we want to be focused around parrying, right? And stamina recovery speed is always good. And I don't think we can do anything upgrade-wise. Honestly, we're pretty much where we're at. We're almost good to go here. I wonder if we can get a level.
Welcome.
Let's try that.
Very well.
Most people, I do believe, they say you should be able to finish the game around level 70 or so. And if you're getting at your soft cap, which is 50, I guess that's pretty much right. Because we're close to 70. We're missing quite a few runes, though.
Farewell,
Or
good
blood
hunt.
echoes.
May you...
Okay. And like I was saying earlier, I don't think we can, I don't think there's anything I want in the DLC, so we'll tackle the DLC a little bit later. I think we'll just do Nightmare of Mensis. You guys already know we're probably gonna run past all the brain part until we drop the brain off the balcony. I do think we came back last time and checked everything out, and there wasn't too much there, so we won't worry too much about picking up items. Alright, so here we are. Let's I'm sorry, I got a little discombobulated. We're gonna make a mad dash, right? We're not gonna grab anything, we're just gonna run forward. You can see where I gotta get frenzied if I'm on time. Usually you'll be fine as long as you don't get hit. Our insight is kinda high. But once you reach a certain part, the frenzy meter will stop building. You do have to be on the lookout for these guys. I'm not sure what these guys are called exactly, but they just throw a big rock at you if you're far away. So you just want to make it inside. And even then, I think you still would kind of want to walk inside because they are still throwing stuff. There you go, you're pretty much good to go. I know you heard that. I don't think there's too much around here. Aside from Big Spidey. What an asshole. We do have to be careful because it's very easy to die. Oh crap. I think I walked into her range right there. I don't know, I'm calling it a hole, but probably because it has a bunch of babies. Oh, that's miserable. I do think you can get invaded here, by the way. Right? Is there not a bell ringing woman around here? No. You can see some of the pitfalls of this weapon. I'm not sure if this would have reached them. Oh well. Alright, so we're probably just going to take a little bit of damage here. Oh, okay. Cool. And I guess we can take a look at this area before we walk out of here. There's really not much in here. There's a bunch of like these little spider eggs on the floor. I guess we'll just... Oops, nobody saw that. I guess we'll just call them eggs. It looks like they are eggs though, like egg sacs. The spider was just kind of chilling here with her brood. I don't know how I missed those the first time around, but we got them. We come across somebody here. I do think if he kills you, he does an emote. I'm pretty sure he does. Because I think he came in one time and did like, he did this one. I think. I'm honestly not sure, but let's get prepared. Can you hear the crying? There's like a crying baby. Come on. You do have to be careful with him a lot of time because he does have auger on him. And it hits crazy hard. These poisoners aren't really poisoning anybody either, so it's kind of a wash. But I will take like the little tick of free damage that we get to begin with. Luckily, we can, you know, these enemies are pretty passive, right? So, getting the runes, like, since we have on certain runes that grant us stuff for the visceral attacks, we can top off our bullets. If we were low on health, you could just top off your health too. Now, I don't think it puts the bullets in your inventory, I'm pretty sure, so that's something to consider. This camera's always disorienting. I'm hearing sounds. I'm hearing noises. I don't think there's anything over here, but let's just double check. Okay. Honestly, I should be using the one of like the lower level moon runes now because we do need every level we can get. I didn't mean to do that. It's too late now. I walked in. These guys are really small. I don't know why, I have a strong feeling these are like children under these things, right? But they're just cleverly hiding it with armor. Can we lead into it? Nice. Gotta come up. I have to be careful here. There are some traps here, like that is kind of a trap right there, I think. No? Okay. But is this a trap right here? Yes, it is. I really want that this way. But I guess we're not going to get it today. I walked right into that. No! Unfortunately, I really wanted that. I got too greedy. But on the plus side, we can replenish our bullets. This is kind of why we're running these particular runs, right? We should be mostly safe, assuming we don't like exhaust our blood vials. I see something over there. And assuming we could get some decent parries off. We should be, for the most part. If you're really good at that, like parrying and visceraling people, like these are the runes for you. Okay. Alright. No? Some of the most annoying enemies. Why am I having such a big door with them? There you go. That's just how it goes sometimes, guys. We're just gonna get bit. We have to consider getting our second weapon. Maybe we'll pick up the Blades of Mercy. Even though that's, we would need a lot of stamina for that weapon. A lot of endurance. Let's not think about that right now. Let's, there is a shortcut here. I do think we should probably take it before I commit to this roll, because I think we died last time we rolled here. Which doesn't usually happen, but being as like I'm playing and people are watching, it's probably more than likely gonna happen. There you go, there's a shortcut, guys. Uh-oh. Souls. I do think our mistake was trying to jump here, right? You don't have to jump or anything like that. I do believe you can just simply roll towards it. And I know it looks a little weird when you're doing it, but you just roll towards it. Let's take a look at this gem. I'm assuming it was this one. Not bad. Not the worst. I think we have slightly better gems in our 18, and we could actually replace that 13 one there. If I remember right, I do believe I was told yesterday that you could get like 21 to 22% by these. We're gonna come up close to it pretty soon. But if you're really hurting for blood gems, you can see they do add up. They really do add up in damage. Or whatever else you're running them for, right? Some people run pulsing for some HP back.
Cause. Or some say cosm. Do you hear our prayers? Oh, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
I like how he walks off. I really don't think you get much out of killing these marionettes here, because they do just respawn. What a jerk. What a troll. There's the lock on doing this work. Wow, he started off so strong with that. Uncalled for. He doesn't usually end up that far out there. This weapon sometimes. I'm trying my best not to. to get sandwich, right? Because then he'll just auger me, more than likely. Kind of like that. And we're kind of low on blood vials at the moment. It's gonna be a little rough, I think. Once he gets that nature haze attack right there. That's pretty much all he does.
Oh, majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream.
Let's just check on something.
Alas, not too fast. Nightmares, swirls, chills.
Making sure we don't miss anything. Okay, I think we're good to go. Unfortunately, we gotta play it safe. That's what we want first. We want this work out. The moon rune is down here, by the way, guys, if you make this turn. So there we go. He's a troll. Mikolash is a troll. So there was a bug in this game. Excuse me. There was a bug when this game first came out, and if you like, you know, if you get this like with no patches in it, it is possible to hit him in his second phase, and he will never run into the room at all that he's supposed to go into. Oh god, damn it. Which is a major problem because all he'll do is run back and forth and you'll have to like throw stuff at him or get a running attack out. Which is not as easy as it sounds. Now, if I do remember right, you can kind of poison them here. So I think we're just going to see if we can do it just for the sake of sanity. Nope, okay. That's fine. Let's grab our stuff. We tried. I know you guys didn't see it, but he did just lock that door, so we can't get in there yet. I was kind of hoping we would pick up some more blood vials, but no such luck. I do think there's like a boss chunk right there. So if you want to explore and look around, you know, there's like one or two items there. There's the iron door key as well. I was kind of hoping he would do that attack first, because I don't know if you could parry that auger. Probably not. But as you can see, it's what he wants to do usually. That's interesting. I guess he was doing like heavy attack punches.
I'll forget everything.
Okay, there's a Mantis cage as well. Sorry about the background ambience, guys. If you're new here, I do live in New York City. You will be hearing a lot of like sirens and quote-unquote fireworks and stuff like that. If it gets too loud, let me know, or if I feel it's too loud, I usually do mute the microphone, so sometimes you will hear like my mic clicking on and off. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes, guys. So really, I was kind of hoping he would do some light, like quicker light attacks. That way we could get a nice parry off. He goes for like auger a lot, and if you keep a distance, a lot of the time he will just do that a call beyond, which is that star move where he like pops his hands together and a bunch of stars shoot up. But we made it through. That's all that matters. And we have some levels to gain, right? We can put some points in. Probably 2. No, I'm not quite sure if we're just going backwards. I think it looks like we are. We can still die here if we just take the wrong turn. I'm just trying to be careful. Wasn't this the room we were just in? Here it is, okay, cool. So for those of you that know, this like area right here, this is like where a lot of people duel at. So it's possible to be invaded. I do believe I am online. So if we get invaded, that's just the nature of the beast here. This is also where you would start farming, like if you're not into the Chalice dungeons or anything like that, you would start farming Winter Lanterns here to try to get some good blood gems. You can also farm them in the DLC as well. Whichever one you're more comfortable with. The problem is you're just going to have to farm them off Winter Lanterns, which are a pain. You know what, let's get that level first. We're also coming across the Blood Rock, which means we can get our rifle speed at +10.
What is it? Very well.
So what do we want first? Do we want max damage? I think we want max damage. We're gonna go for it.
Farewell.
Now we're kind of really hurting for blood vials, so I think we'll just grab a bunch of them. I think we should also spend some of our insight. The higher insight you have, guys, the more damage you'll take, like from Frenzy. I think Frenzy builds up way quicker too. It also takes your Beasthood meter longer to raise as well, I'm pretty sure. But let's spend some currency here. As far as chunks go, I would really like to buy some chunks, right? But you know what? We'll just do it. We'll just do it. There's really nothing we could buy at the moment, anyway. Keep in mind we did finish Eileen's quest, and she gave us the Hunter mark, the Hunter rune. So we should, in theory, have the Blade of Mercy here. Which I guess we can work our way towards, and we can have it as a nice, like, offhand kind of weapon. And her garb is also here. As you can see, we didn't really pick up anything, but her garb is here as well. What I think I'll do now is I'll show you guys where you would start farming the blood gems. We'll pick up the last Hunter 2 for the base game, which I do believe is the Hunter Bell. I think that's his name. It's a bell though, guys. It is the heal item of the game, the healing Hunter tool. And then we'll just we'll try to. We're so close to the end of the game right now. We're so damn close. I was thinking maybe we can use the burial blade as our backup weapon. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not quite sure. Which would be an issue, right? Because we cannot pop. So here's the thing, right? We're not going to get the ending where we transcend humanity in this playthrough, which means the only thing we could possibly do is get the second ending where we fight Gurman, and we'll see that ending when we get it. The problem with that is that once we get that ending, it's going to take us straight to New Game Plus. There's nothing we can do about it. And what that means is once we start New Game Plus, we won't have access to anything that we've done here before. I'm not sure if we keep the chalice dungeons. I'm pretty sure we might. Like, maybe I'm like 90% sure. But story mode wise, like things that we missed the first time around, we're not going to be able to get. So we might hold off on beating the game and like doing some cleanup, basically getting some extra items, making sure we're not missing anything. And then we can either beat the game or delve into the chalice dungeons a little bit, because I do want access to the invasion areas. That way we can host some PvP still, as long as we get our gems up, right? So we're probably gonna hold off on getting the ending until like sometime next week, and we'll just do like some farming, where we'll do some challenge dungeon dives. We'll do DLC. We still have to do the DLC as well, and I think that is the plan. Like I said, guys, keep in mind you can't get invaded here. I have a feeling for some reason that I started offline because I feel like the invasion bell would have started ringing at this point. Right? Don't you guys think so? Usually you start getting invaded like right around here, and that's when the bell starts getting rung. And people will duel like right here, like this is like their arena basically. They'll clear out this little area as best they can. I'll do that right now. It's awfully eager. Right, and then this is where they duel. Sometimes people will go up and clear this guy out because he just kind of tosses fireballs the whole time. Right, so if you want to duel, this is like one of the places you do it, or invade people and annoy them. He's really making up for his buddies here. So I do feel like for some reason we are offline. I don't remember it being offline when we started, but it is possible that I just clicked the button and didn't think about it too much. But we will show. I will show you guys right now where you farm. So like, there you go. There's the winter lanterns down there, right? There's another couple further down back. Right, and you could clearly see it from here. But how you get over there, right? That's the problem. Easy solution. You just take this little gate here. Hopefully we don't mess up. You can mess up. Here, there is no door there. Keep that in mind. So once you get to the right area, you just want to roll into it. No jumping, just rolling. And that's it. And then once you're there, you actually have to deal with the Winter Lantern, which is that's a problem within itself. Well, I'll show you how I like to take care of them. So usually my frenzy builds up a little bit quicker, and you will be invincible while you're doing your visceral. So once you think your frenzy is going to build up to cap, because once it builds up to cap, you see you get like a HP based like blood loss or health loss. If you're doing a visceral while that is popping, you won't take any damage. So usually I try to do that. And there's our curse tempering damp blood gem right there. This is where you would start farming them. I do believe they can drop out of shape ones, but there's a droplet right there. I do think that could go in any slot as well. I could be wrong. I think they go to like 21 or 22%, which is not bad. For PvP though, you want like the very maximum damage ones you can get. This one's okay. I don't like the attack versus beast, but if you're just using it for PvP, you won't have to worry about that too much. If you're using it for like general gameplay, you're gonna have to really look at these. We do have 2 more chances. Assuming we don't die and get pushed back to start. But with that said, you know, we do have a gem in our pocket right now, so that's also good. And just take it slow here. No need to rush and get yourself killed, alright? There's no point in that. Maybe carry a sedative on you. It seems like no matter what I do, I'm gonna eat this frenzy burst. But as long as they're dead, that's all you're gonna take, right? So keep that in mind as well. She did drop something, but we're right in line of sight, which is an issue. So we're gonna have to risk it. Hopefully this kills her one shot. Okay. Quicksilver bullets. They don't always drop gems, guys. Ah, there's a decent one here. Not bad as well. Okay. So we have some options. Hopefully this is a gem. No, that's fine. There is one more. But usually I'll farm these 3, or like most people farm these 3 and then like hunter mark out. Because you have to deal with these spiders. And most enemies that are like this low to the ground can get very annoying. I know they look a little funny. They kind of look like no, not the. Oh, you guys too young for that. Like one of those 3 Stooges characters. As far as that light that was going off, make sure you just hit this lever. There it is down there. It can't hurt you anymore. We can take a somewhat okay look at it. There it is. You can't really do anything to it, so we'll just pop this right here. We also can go to Upper Cathedral Ward. We have like a couple places. They're mostly optional at this point. We can go to Upper Cathedral Ward. Not sure if we already did it. There is like a bonus area around there. Let's make sure we have the Upper Cathedral key. Yeah, we do. Do we have the emote? No, we didn't go there yet. So we have a couple things we can do, guys. So we'll probably do Upper Cathedral a little bit tomorrow, assuming we have enough time. Which I wish. Looks like we might. Come here. And I'm kind of just doing that because I don't want to potentially get caught in line of sight with the winter running. Now you can mess up here pretty bad. You can mess up very badly here. She won't come over to you. What we will do is put a sedative up. There we go. I think that's good. You can also wear like gear that has like high frenzy resistance if you want. Now she is guarding this right here, right? This is what you want if you are arcane. That's the choir bell. We'll take a look at what it does. I don't know anybody that really uses it because it costs so many resources. A special honor tool of the choir, high-ranking members of the church, fashioned after a bell that projects an arcane sound across planes of existence. The sound of this smaller silver version of the bell does not cross planes, but grants vigor and healing to all cooperators. So it heals people. As you can see, Quicksilver bullet use is 7, which most people only have 20 Quicksilver bullets. So to heal everybody is really costly. I guess it does good in co-op if your buddy's arcane and he's not using any bullets. I've yet to find like a really good use of that. Honestly, you're better off just carrying blood vials, unless you're like in really, really dire straits, which a lot of the time you have to also take into account the time it takes to actually cast that move. It's not a quick move at all. The only benefit I see is that you can group up and heal everybody. But how many times? Maybe once, twice at the most. Maybe 3 times if you're all invested into, you know, if your partner is fully invested in Quicksilver bullets. Make sure you just take a look around and grab everything here. Okay, attack up plus 18%. Not bad. Not bad. Do keep in mind that, you know, if you're just playing the base game, these gems won't come into play too much. I mean, they are a definite boost to your damage, but, you know, this is more for people who are min-maxing their builds. So if you're just like super casual and you don't care too much, you should be able to make it through most of the game without too many upgrades. I mean, you're gonna still have to upgrade your weapon a little bit and pop some gems in there, but you don't have to be obsessed with getting the very top tier. I thought I saw something over here. Okay. A lot of nothing. You can drop down here. I don't think there's any purpose into doing it though. I do see something over there. I'm honestly not sure what's over there at this point. And I don't want to risk dropping down because our blood rock is over here. And you really don't want to miss your blood rock. Right, your blood rock is what gets you to plus 10 for your weapon, which is the max upgrade. But we'll see. Nope, I can't even get over there to take a look. You see this place is covered with eyes still. Right, this is where the Brain of Mensis was at. I had a really crappy TV when I first played this game, and they looked like I just assumed these were spider eggs. I didn't take a good look at them. But that thing was covered in eyes, and I think messengers, eyes and messengers. Here's the blood rock, guys. Plus 10. Just in case. And there you are. You're back at the beginning, right? You can easily just take, you know, you can hunter mark out, which I think we'll do. We'll upgrade our weapon. We'll try to up our level once or twice. I think it's only going to be one level. Hey, we're getting really close. We're getting really close to the end of the game. So we probably won't, I don't know if we should get Mirko's wet nurse out the way. I don't think we should. Oh, also when you have 0 insight, the doll goes back to sitting down, right? But you could still use her to channel your blood echoes. Let's cap it, guys. There you go. We are going to pop some blood gems in there because we did pick up some decent ones. There you go. Physical attack, 200, 170, 200 plus 200. I'm not sure how much that all means, right? Let's see if we can see our stats here. So our weapon attack is 370. We haven't even put the gems in yet. We're not at 50 skill yet either. Remember, that will up your damage some more. Let's take these gems out. And let's pop in the good ones. So, you can see we do have a radial. I mean, this is a droplet, right? A droplet could go anywhere. So we can put it here. They're also known as out-of-shape gems, right? So if someone is talking about out-of-shape gems, that means they could go in any slot. And I think we'll take the one that doesn't give us a negative for now. Right, this one has attack versus beast down. Since we're just using this weapon, we want all the damage. We don't want to get reduced at all. Which is, that's pretty good. And then we'll get our nice physical attack up ones. I just want to make sure there's nothing better. And then for the last slot, I think this is as good as we can go, so let's just make sure. Guys, keep in mind too that when you convert a weapon to elemental, let's get a skill off your arcane. And although this is 19%, like I said, that attack versus beast, that's pretty significant. There's a lot of beast in the game. So we'll just get this one, which is a mere 12.6, but let's take a look at our stats now. So our weapon attack is 415. Pretty good. That was a pretty good upgrade. It will go up once we get our skill to 50 as well. And then once you get better gems, it'll be even higher. Keep in mind, this isn't like a top tier weapon, so you know, the attack is still kind of low on it. But it's more than enough to take care of everything in the base game. We're in a pretty good spot with it right now. What I think we'll do is we'll see if we can afford the Blade of Mercy. And then we'll keep that as a backup. We need a little bit more. Tell you what. Almost, huh? There you go. And even with the Blade of Mercy, it's not the best weapon. I would say even it's pretty poor for PvE. And we can actually equip it, so I'll show you guys why. I will take care of this inventory stuff, like, I forgot that we had them on Lima, so we'll take care of that later. First we'll equip it. and then we'll take a look at its description. A special trick weapon passed down among Hunter of Hunters, or Hunters of Hunters, one of the oldest weapons of the workshop. Split into two when activated, this weapon's warp blades are forged with saturite, a rare mineral of the heavens. Most effective in swift attacks, such as after a quick stepping. Right, so here it is. Right, this is his untricked mode. It's just a dagger, just a knife. Right, there's this right, and here's the strict form. So it turns into this cool dual wield mode. You've seen Eileen doing it the whole time. Right, here's your combo. Which is a stamina hog, right? Let's see if we can pop some stamina runes on. Okay, we have some okay ones, so we'll pop that one on. And then hopefully I won't forget. Right, so the more stamina you have, the longer this combo gets extended to. Which makes it great for PvP, especially if you just gem this right. You know, you put the proper blood gems in there. You know, some people will have 30, maybe 40 fucking stamina. And then they'll just, once they get you, like say you're up against a wall and they just go in. You're not going to get out of this a lot of the time. Right, our stamina is very low. We don't even have 20 endurance. Oh, we'll just keep it on this for now. Keep in mind though, you can't, you know, in trick mode, you can't fire any pistols, right? Anything like that, so you're kind of stuck with what you got here. But it's a cool weapon. Right, this is this L2. So L2 into R2, right, or R2 into... You can see his stamina's all gone, right? Not bad. Not a bad weapon. I do think it's more of a PvP weapon, though. Or maybe like a boss weapon where you're just going in on one boss and he doesn't have anything around him. Like I said, this is still a rifle spear playthrough, right? But just that's just in our offhand. That's all. And I do think, okay. So assuming we're not going to go kill Murgo's Wet Nurse, there is a couple things we can do. We could go in there and grab some extra upgraded materials. You know, you could also stop and start farming those dolls, like I said, if you remember the route earlier. You would just like cut the Bold Hunter's mark out and then come back in. What I think we'll do is, because I'm pretty sure we're not online for some reason, is we'll go online and we'll see if we can get invaded. I do expect to die. So I just want to make sure that we're actually online. For some reason, I might have went offline earlier. I don't know why. We were offline. Okay. Alright, that explains a lot. We can see if we get invaded, and when a lot of people that are invading still, or like doing PvP, I said this a couple times, they've been playing the game for years. Their characters are just really beefed up to like the max level. Or if they're not the max level, they have like the best gems on, right? A lot of players are like that. So we'll head down to Murgo's Loft, we'll try to clear out those two Shadows of Yharnam there, and then we'll see if anybody comes in. More than likely there are people, usually they invade in the Nightmare Frontier and over here. This is where the two invasion spots are at. So if you're going to see people invading, this is where you would see them. Keep in mind we're nowhere near ready for PvP. But if you're playing online, it is part of the game. Let's see if I can just lead him in. Let's see if we get close to one shot. There goes the bell ringing again. I'm not gonna lie, that really threw me off right there. Cool. So usually, if you're gonna invade, let's try to take care of him. We'll see if anybody comes in. Unfortunately, we had to use a bullet. But people usually stand around here, right? This is where people will wait or invade. And this is not bad for like an arena, right? Like the size is pretty good. The size is pretty good. I said it. And you know, there's a lot of area here to fight. It's a nice flat plain. You know, unless the invader's just trolling you and like actually doing like actual invader stuff and not expecting just to fight. You know, then he'll like run up there and cause you issues. But you know, if you don't want to deal with that, you can just play offline. It's not a big deal. I guess we'll progress until someone comes in. If someone comes in. We'll see. If anything, we'll run all the way back down there if we have the time. So the plan is right now we'll just grab the items around here. I think there's a couple things we can get. This might be a pain in the ass. Let me think for a minute. And there you hear the bell ringing Raiden. I mean Raiden, the bell ringing Maiden. There we go. So this is why you don't want to mess with them too much. All they do is charge you a lot of the time. You can manipulate them to fight the other NPCs here if you're having issues. Keep in mind, once you finish the boss of this area, I don't think you can get invaded anymore. Machine gun blow gem. Let's take a look at that one. Attack up 15%. It's okay, pretty decent. What else do we have? We can come down here. We can drop down here. Just make sure we're not missing that item right there. Nice. The bell ringing maiden. Let's see if I can get that properly. The bell ringing maiden, guys. She is around here. If you kill her, basically invasions will stop. So if you're online and you really need the invasions to take a break, you can kill her as well. We're gonna try to keep her alive. For now, at least. Keep in mind, she does turn hostile if you try to attack her. I think if you get too close, she does pull out a little dagger. So we're gonna try our best not to kill her. There she is, right there. But there are some enemies around here, like that Shadow of Yarnum. And I know he can see me. There we go. You can see you can leave her there, unless you get really close. Hey, what is this? I guess he wasn't paying attention. We can take a look. He was overlooking this land here. I'm honestly not sure what's over there. It's too misty. That is really far out of the way. But there is a structure right there. Unless it's like another mountain peak. There's something else poking up out there. there's nothing else we can really see here. So honestly, aside from the Shadows of Yharnam here, which you can see there's a lot of them patrolling the streets. But pretty much it. This is pretty much it, guys. Right, so at this point, if we go over here and we get Murgo's Wet Nurse, we'll pretty much be at the end of the game, which I want to hold off on. But we could take a look at Queen Yharnam here. Tall lady. Very pale, very blonde. Very statuesque. If she was in this, if in our world, she could be a model. With the sheer height and thinness alone. The high cheekbones. That's your scalp. I honestly don't know why this blood vial is here, by the way. I do think it might be... The only reason I could possibly think about it being here is... You know, because we're in a nightmare right now, right? We're not even in Yharnam. Technically, we're not even sure if that Yharnam is the real Yharnam. But there's like no reason for that blood vial to be there. That's Yosefka's blood vial. The only thing I could think of, right, is it's a hint to go back to Yosefka's clinic and check on her. That way you could find her if you haven't killed her or anything, right? She would be on the operating table, pregnant. Yes, the elevator up to the boss. We're not going to fight him yet. And it doesn't look like we are going to get invaded. We will like stand in the front for just a few minutes. We won't like spend the whole stream out there. Right? We'll just see if anybody runs in there. And if not, we will, what I think we'll do is we'll go into the DLC and we'll start working on that a little bit. Because it is getting close to that time, boys, right? So, what I think we'll do tomorrow is when we start is we'll start working on the DLC. Ever so slightly. Or, oh, no. We can go to Upper Cathedral Ward. I do think we should get started on that right now, actually. I think that's a better idea. And it doesn't seem like we're gonna get invaded at all, so. We'll go collect our level. We'll go to Upper Cathedral Ward. Alright, so, nice. 46. Alright, so, like I said, what I think we'll do is we will do Upper Cathedral Ward, right? We'll get that out the way. We won't do the whole thing because I think it's a little too long, right? But we'll get that out the way for the most part. Yeah, we'll get that out the way, and then tomorrow, before the Christmas holiday starts, right? We can finish up a Cathedral Ward, and then either we will start doing the Chalice Dungeons to try to cap our character out, or we'll head into the DLC, and you know, just get the story out the way. I do remember we picked up some gems there, but we're already over here, and I don't want to go back and look at another loading screen. So before we get started tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll make sure those gems are at like I'll make sure they don't outclass the gyms we have already. Right, I'll just do some like little inventory management stuff, some light dusting, and then we should be ready to go for tomorrow. Oh, guys, we're so close to 20 followers. Do you remember we were stuck at 17 for the longest time? We're starting to pick up. I feel really good. No, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do at 20 followers. I do want to have something special going on, right? Like a special game or something we haven't played yet. This was going to be the special game, right? This actually brought a couple people in here, though, so I'm okay with that. I'll have to sit down and think about what we can possibly play. If you guys really want to see anything, feel free to let me know. Yeah, I completely understand it's getting close to holiday time, right? So, you know, if I don't see you tomorrow as well, you have a great holiday. Enjoy your Christmas, or whatever you're doing. I hope you enjoy doing it. Honestly, really do. And this game did bring in a couple people. Definitely did. I feel really good. I feel like we're making progress. I do think we can just skip all these people. Kind of just wasting time, right? I want to make sure that chest is opened up though. Okay, so it is opened. We gotta worry about it. But also guys, if you guys have any games in mind you want to see, like I said, I'm open to most games. Probably no first-person shooters though. I'm not really into those, or racing games. I really do not like racing games unless it's like Mario Kart, like old Mario Kart or something like that. Other than that, I don't enjoy driving in circles. I'll be honest with you guys. Do not like it. I'm not into most first-person shooter games as well. You know, it really depends. But I'm open to most games, guys. So if you guys are, you know, if you guys want to see other stuff, feel free to let me know. Nothing is a hard no. No, don't let me. Kind of a dick move. Okay. No, no Fortnite. I don't think so. I don't think so. I will be honest, I downloaded it one time because someone told me you can make a character in there. And if you guys know, I'm really into like character customization. But they were lying to me. So I downloaded it and I went to like make a character. And then I saw that you couldn't. And I was like, oh well. And then I turned it off. And I uninstalled it. I'm sorry guys, I can't. There's some games I just can't do. I'm open to most games though. I mean, if you guys really want to see it, right? If you guys really want to see it, yeah, that's something I'll have to think about. And also, it's not aimed at me. I think it's aimed towards more of a younger audience. But that's how it goes. If they like it, they like it. I can't really criticize them for that. I liked different games when I was younger too. Well, it was for me. I never had a critic for anything like that. But like I said, there's audiences for it. There's a lot of children's games I used to play when I was a children's, right? So, I'm just out of the age range of the demographic for it. I don't know why we're getting these guys, but we're gonna get them. They're weak to thrust, it looks like. I think they are kin as well, so they should be weak to bolts. If they bite you, you will start getting a frenzy meter build up. And it will go up very quickly if all these little guys are nipping at you. So just be careful. In terms of games I'm really into though, like if we had to pick a game, I'm interested in MMOs these days, games with good character customization. I would say Souls games to an extent, like Elden Ring we tried out for a while. I really wanted to like Elden Ring, right? I like Dark Souls 1. I do like Dark Souls 2 to an extent. Dark Souls 3 is okay. It's a little weak in some aspects, but it's still playable. Elden Rings, I try to get motivated sometimes because I do have people that like playing it still. As much as I like it, as much as I like the Souls games or making my own character, the game has a pretty decent character at it. I don't know. I'll play it for a while and then I just end up turning it off. But if the PvP is popping in it, I might take another look. I would have to really, really be dedicated to do some player versus player. Which would mean I would have to actually play the game, which is that's its own problem. We'll probably check out Armored Core when it comes out. I wasn't the best Armored Core player, but making your own sortie or your mech or whatever you want to call your own Gundam is always appealing. Always has been appealing. What I think we'll do is we'll open up the shortcut and we'll try to get the emote, and then we'll wrap the stream up. Or we'll try to get the, you guys will know it when you see it. I would honestly say, at this point, because I do like, uh-oh, excuse me 1 second, guys. Alright. At this stage of like Armored Core's life cycle, as much as I like the older Armored Cores, they if you turn those on and you play those PlayStation 1 games, they look like claymation. You would have to be really okay with the fact that the graphics are really not good. They're really not good. And if you're okay with that and you want to get into it, they're okay. They will be very tank controlled. But I do think the story, from what you piece together, because it very much is a FromSoft game, so you have to sit there and think about the story a little bit. I think it's not too bad, honestly. There's some interesting concepts in that game as well, like, yeah. I do think it was on the PlayStation Mini, for what it's worth, if you guys have it. Can I kill it? Come here, sir. Stay right there. Oh, hold on, stay right there. Stay right there. Okay, I guess we can't do it. But like I said, keep in mind it's no PlayStation. It's okay. That's fair enough. Fair enough. But keep in mind it's extremely, extremely old, and it feels like it's an old game too. Definitely feels like it's an old game. But there are some interesting concepts because, oh yeah, that was a long time ago. I had all of them except for I don't have a PS5, and I would have, but as you guys know, the scalpers were going crazy. So I do remember, having the app. I was at work at the time, where I was doing a second shift. I managed to get on my phone and order both of them, Xbox and a PlayStation. But the scalpers bots were running so hard that I was only able to grab the Xbox, unfortunately. I tried my best to get them both, and I tried every time they came on sale, but I just couldn't grab one. And I'm not gonna pay like almost a G for one on eBay. Just not gonna happen. With that said, we are focused more on building the stream up and hopefully getting, like a laptop or like a PC eventually, and we can play on that. It was really bad. It was really bad, yeah. I'm not sure how it is. I kind of just gave up on it and figured I'll get one whenever I happen to get one these days. I think it's the same thing with like computer chips too, right? Like graphics cards and stuff like that. I don't have a PC, but I know scalpers have been going a little wild when like new graphics cards have been coming, coming out and being released. But we did our best. Uh-oh. Oh, he's still tagging? Lucky we got this torch in our hand. You know what? I'll poke him with this torch. Back, beast. Back. God. So the problem is we don't have the key to open this shortcut up, right? So we're gonna have to get it. Upstairs, all there is a locked door. There is a brain sucker here. And he's doing mind flare bullshit. And he will tank through that and grab you as well. Be careful. All his moves are basically grab moves, if you can manage to do them. Aside from his, like, flail. But we got him out the way. Nice. Cosmic Watcher's eye badge. Ah, yeah. There's always everything is always about money, which money's good to have, and then it's a pain sometimes when you want to buy stuff. It's always a pain. There's not much we could do about it. That's just the way the world works. All right, so I think we have everything we could get here. Honestly, I should have took advantage of all this time I had off. I don't talk much about like my work history, right? But I ended up not working. I'm still not working. Hopefully, this is the plan right now, is that I want to move out of New York and get at least like a part-time job or a stable job, and build my money back up, and then we can work on getting the PC and everything like that. Living in New York is extremely expensive, and it really hit my wallet hard, my bank account. Right, there's no way around. There's no sugarcoating it. It really just hit me hard. And I should have took the advantage of when I first was out of work to get the streaming stuff necessary. I should have done that in retrospect. Ah, really? Yeah, and I also don't know much about PCs, right? So I was kind of worried about getting a PC and getting like a shitty one, you know? I was worried about getting a shitty one. So, eventually I thought maybe I could do like try to build a YouTube channel and start streaming and stuff like that, and see how it goes. And I ended up really liking streaming. I'm bad at talking like normally in real life, so I thought maybe it would help me with talking as well a little bit. But I do really like streaming, and I do think, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm trying not to die. Right, but I do think this could be something that we do on the side as long as I keep at it, With that said, we're not going to put all our eggs in one basket, like I was saying, and just do this and run out of money. I don't want to do that at all. Right, I think we need at least something part-time to stay steady, and then I can work on the streaming and the YouTube videos, which I want to do eventually, and everything like that. I think I started a little bit too late, right? I started a little bit too late when I had a little bit less money, but... Oh! Let me see. Let me see. But like I said, so the plan is, because New York, you guys already know, is very draining. It's super expensive to live here. So I plan on trying to move pretty soon, within the next few months, hopefully. And getting like a regular job, a 9 to 5, and building money up. I said that basically the plan is to build money. That's the plan, to save money. That is the plan. And, still be able to stream for a couple hours a night. That's why I'm trying to keep it like 8 to 10 and not go too far, because I want this to be somewhat consistent. And that way when I start doing a regular job, I will still be able to go to bed properly at nighttime. And then, you know, on the off hours, I can work on uploading videos. I do want to start editing the videos a little more. I started a little bit. If you guys have seen like my latest PvP like match in Bloodborne, like the PvP practice ones. But I'm still, you know, I'm still learning things. So I want to take time and build a channel and learn and still be able to be stable. That's the plan right now. You know, so that's hopefully we can make it work. I do think I have everything here. So we wanted this emote for later. That is make contact. I know some of you guys are just watching the playthrough. You want me to just do the playthrough, so you know I won't harp too much on it. But I do want this to be a thing. I do think we can make it work. I do think we can at least have a small community, right? I don't know if we'll be up there with the big boys. I think it was like the 14 or 15 minute one. The short one had like a slight edit in there because I've been just like figuring it all out. So it's like a little thing in there, but there was like a newer one that we put up that has like some slight editing. A little bit. It's nothing great, guys. Right, mind you, it's nothing great in there. But hopefully, when we get like a laptop or a PC or anything like that, I can figure out programs that I need to be running, stuff like that. I do eventually want to get a capture card. This is all a work in progress. And, you know, I'm not a tech guy either, so I would have to slowly figure things out. And mind you, right, I was doing my editing on like Share Factory, so it's very bare bones, very basic. You know, we'll get there eventually. I do think we are close to the end of our playthrough, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check on the item over here. So we did go through the whole Upper Cathedral Ward. There is another boss over here. I do think we'll just... Yeah, it is. Where the saving money part comes in, right? You know, and it's not just, you know, I'm not shy about talking about my age, right? I'm 39. I got in the game pretty late for influencing and streaming and things like that. Not that I'm planning on making it like a whole career. But I do think I can have a presence, right? So me being an adult, right? I don't have the advantage of being young and not having too much else to do, right? I do still have a normal life I have to balance. I do still have a normal life I have to balance bills and a girlfriend, which you know, women aren't expensive folks, right? I do have family and stuff like that, basically, that I have to think about as well. So I'm not just going to throw all my money at this and not be able to take care of myself. So the trick is we have to find the one that doesn't want to engage with us. That is the trick here. So you can see usually there's one that stands back a lot of the time. So you can kind of thin their herd out. And we can look for the guy that's not trying to fight. You see him back there? I do believe this one is... I do believe that one right there is him. He kind of feigns his attitude with us, right? He kind of tries to... He rushes forward and then he stops. And he doesn't take a swing. Once you deal with him enough, he does that right there. Let's take advantage of this. And luckily he is very weak to crust. So we'll just give him the plate. They do look pretty similar, right? They look like standard aliens you might see in a TV show. That's kind of the beauty of them, though. Like in the Werewolves 2, is very offsetting. Right, well, I mean, it's not, I would say it's more like, it kind of lowers your guard, right? Because when you start the game, you see werewolves, you're like, okay, this is like a werewolf game. And then you find out they're taking blood, and then there's like aliens out of nowhere. And even then, these aren't like your typical, these are more like Lovecraftian aliens, right? Where they're almost godlike, in a sense. So their simple appearance kind of fools you a little bit. Okay, we see enough of it. And we'll take a look at them. We'll do a dramatic running through the gate window. And what I think we'll do is we'll get down to where that boss is at. We'll check out that boss tomorrow, and then we'll do what are we gonna do? We'll probably do some of the DLC and some of the challenge dinners. I don't want to finish the story right away, so we'll probably end up trying to go into the DLC and just like seeing what we can do in there. But we will stand outside this boss room. No, you know what? No, we'll do it. Now, I don't know if you could jump far or hard enough to get launched out down there. Be careful. There you go. That's where you gotta call beyond, guys. That is an arcane move. We cannot pop it. Keep that in mind. Okay, so here we are. We'll clear out the rabble. You can see there's something down there. You can't get a good look at it. Looks almost dragon-like from here. But I think we'll wrap the stream up, guys. I do want to say thank you guys for stopping by. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, if you guys are busy, because I know the holidays are coming up, guys, enjoy your holiday. Spend time doing what you love. You don't know how much time you got left out there. Just enjoy your life, guys, please. Don't work too hard. Don't work too hard, guys. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. If not, I will see you guys Monday or so. We're going to tackle the rest of the DLC, hopefully. We'll get some more stuff done here. Guys, my name is Frank Gallows. I stream every day, or as often as possible. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link to my channel in the description. I would love for you guys to stop by and watch me live. Everybody watching on Twitch, thank you for watching me. I'll see you guys next time. Guys, have a great night. Later. Have a good one, guys. See ya.